have recent data on a very thorough research with all the advanced microbiologic and laboratory techniques, and we can positively say that is 1 out of 3 farms and 1 out of 3 animals throughout Greece. So it's 33 to 36% the infected farms and animals. I think it's quite big. Small ruminants, it's much more complicated because Greece has a very large population of small ruminants and very diverse geographical areas, isolated animals, mountainous. So this means that we don't have data for all the country, but from scarce data we can assume that it's between 20 and 70%. So we can positively say that are at least bigger the prevalence in small ruminants than in cattle. Not surprisingly, the more we investigate, the bigger the impact. It needs a lot of data to prove it, and it's much bigger than we thought. If you search, you find. So thanks to vaccination with this new vaccine against Coxiella, we had the ability to have closer monitoring and more data. This means that the impact is big, and not only in the gestation and abortions as we thought, but mainly after calving for cattle, which means that a lot of abnormalities in genital system are much more improved after vaccination. So this proves that there is significant impact of Coxiella on the reproductive performance of animals, and should be much more reveal the impact if we focus on this disease. We organized an ambitious and quite big investigation that's not finished yet. And at first we calculated, we make an epidemiological study concerning cattle farms. So we took 462 milk tank samples for all geographical areas, including every part of Greece, and with very focusing on a representation of every possible area, cattle population. So the milk samples were in the laboratory processed with molecular techniques, SNP and MLVA after PCR examination, and we found a lot of different types, and interestingly we found a very special genotype that is not appeared, some NSP genotype that is not appeared in the European or global database of this bacteria, and it seems to be quite related with the ones quite common in small ruminants. So the next step is to make the same epidemiological study. We have all the milk samples obtained, more than 3,000 samples waited to be calculated appropriately, and we hope to have the data soon. From the data we have in a national database from human and hospital resources, it's a steady disease. I mean, there are every year some quite many people infected, most of them farmers. I'm not aware of the existence of cases in veterinarians, but in farmers, and especially locally in an island of Crete, if I can mention, it's almost endemic. But in many places, especially in summertime, and they are concerning a lot of human cases. So this means that they are exposed to this disease, and it makes more intense the need to clear animals from this. First, we have to demonstrate the problem. And second, it needs to be under a state control program. And this means that you have to convince politicians or maybe the government to focus on that and to take measures. It is legislation, it is cooperation of different ministries and administratives. So it is important. It's not the most important, but it's as it is in the animals. And again, thanks to the new vaccine, we reveal this problem. We know that there is something like Coxiella, okay, it must be somewhere, okay, but we haven't data about that. This means that we have to reveal it, to bring up in surface that it's really a thing. And it's not only that it's a zoonosis, it has impact on milk quality and farm hygiene and economic impact. It's a problem that concerning human and it's persistent. You cannot slaughter the animals, not even the humans with that. So this means we have to make control measures with restrictions in circulation. But the first step, if we attempt to make a state program, is vaccine. With vaccinations, as in other diseases, the prevalence will be so low that is without any significant or very low local interest.